Good morning, noon, or evening, ladies and gents. My name is Rania. In faraway foreign lands, the breeze now is teeming with cool cafes, elegant wine bars, and stylish 20 somethings. Starbucks are surprisingly thick on the ground. So, you don't need to become a gentrification researcher to read these signs and immediately understand what is happening here. Gentrification feels, sounds, and looks the same everywhere you go. It's like young hipsters transforming neighborhoods according to a remarkably homogeneous global code of taste and style. Now, this particular event is also happening in one of our precious islands, which is in Indonesia, which is Bali. The island of 1,000 sunsets, with its rich culture and beautiful seas, has now become the victim of travel colonialism that leads to the destruction to the locals' life. So, Bali is very popular among foreign tourists is due to the fact that Indonesian rupiah is a weak currency when compared to foreign currencies, which that is actually really sad to think about. This resulted in the affordability of Bali to foreigners. Sure, this has led to contributing to the island's economy, but it also has created a new problem. A considerable amount of foreigners started living in Bali and over glorifying the low cost living by promoting it on social media. This could also lead to the gentrification. This is problematic. Why? Because of various reasons, one of which is the fact that privileged foreigners are enforcing this idea that Bali is the perfect and affordable place to live in, when in reality, it is not the way it is when it comes to the local people. Simply said, these digital people who moved from wealthy nations in search of a cheaper means of living. Okay, so this further showcases the travel colonialism that Bali is currently facing. Bali's mesmerizing performance art enthralls tourists with its ornate costumes and visual splendor. One popular dance is the barong dance, symbolizes the eternal struggle between good and evil. The performance requires specific rituals to conclude, adding it to its spiritual significance. Alright. However, commercial adaptations of the dance have emerged, catering to the preferences of the tourist. These modified versions often feature shorter durations, simulated trances, and minimal dialogue. So, unfortunately, the distribution of economic benefits is also often inequitable, characterized by power imbalances and competitive environments that lead to the dancers being paid below the minimum wage. This exploitations raises doubts about the genuine promotion and preservation of Balinese culture. This event has not only tortured the economy of the dancers but also the economy of the locals. The escalation of prices occurs in everyday goods and also bigger aspects, namely real estate. As mentioned before, due to the numbers of foreigners flocking to move to Bali, the prices of housing there are beginning to rise, fulfilling the demand. This occurrence forces the local to only be able to afford housing in the suburbs, as the prices in houses in the center of Bali is now quite unimaginable. So those phenomena perfectly portray the modern form of colonialism in which the foreign newcomers slowly shift the locals. Now, they can only barely afford the beaches they used to enjoy for free. While there have been many debates about how much modernization and globalization have affected locals, the truth remains that tourism is a driver for change. The key focus lies in the level of control communities have over these changes. In this regard, the government of Indonesia should focus on cultural heritage preservation in Bali, empower community participation to the local people, and of course, regulations in order to inspect and monitor instances of gentrification and take adequate measures to solve the issues we have established above. Thank you so much, and that is it for me. Have a good day. Thank you.